Hey guys, today I am going to be making a recipe that goes back to my childhood that my mom made for me as a kid, and I loved it, and now I make it for my family and they love it, and it is Syrian meatballs with yellow rice. Really easy, tasty, healthy, and fast. So we're gonna start with the meatballs. I have a 1 pound package of, this happens to be organic grass-fed beef, which was actually cheaper than the regular beef at Target. So I know a lot of people say like, I can't eat organic because it's too expensive, but oftentimes you can find deals. So if you see them, go for it. So we're gonna start with the meatballs, and I'm gonna make a little spice rub in the bowl first, and then we're gonna add the meat. So start with a 1/2 teaspoon of cloves and a 1/2 teaspoon of garlic powder and a 1/2 teaspoon of allspice. I personally love the flavor of these seasonings. They're definitely unique. Okay, a teaspoon of salt. Okay, some fresh pepper. Okay. So mix all those spices. And then I've pre-measured 2 tablespoons of water. And we'll just mix until it's smooth. Okay. Then I'll go ahead and take the beef. I just kind of crumble it in a little bit first, break it apart. If it's in a block like that. Can get it all mixed up. I'm gonna use my hands to get it really mixed in just a second. So, so that's it for the meatballs, and we're gonna cook them up in my skillet. So I'm gonna actually bring that on over. So I'm gonna go ahead and get them mixed and rolled and tossed right into the skillet. Since I already have this meat all over my hands anyway, and I don't like to preheat the pan and then try to keep up with rolling the meatballs and then throwing them in, because then some are ahead of others. So I actually put them in the skillet, and then I put olive oil and shake it all around so they don't stick, and then turn the heat up and cook them about 10 minutes. And then we pour in the unique sauce ingredients that are gonna go in. They seem a little funky. They have like grape jelly and grape juice and stuff, but they're really good. Okay, so I think I've got these mixed. So we're doing mini meatballs. These are not like spaghetti sized meatballs. Okay, about like that, and just drop them in your pan. So I'll go ahead and get these rolled up, and then I'll be back. Okay, I got the meatballs all rolled up, and now I'm gonna heat this up and drizzle some olive oil, about a tablespoon or so. Just kind of shake it around so they're all coated in the oil and they don't stick. Okay, and we're gonna let those cook until they're all browned on all sides for approximately 10 minutes. Okay, so the meatballs have been cooking for about 8 minutes, so we can go ahead and add everything else. Starting with 1 can of tomato sauce. This happens to be an organic tomato sauce. So we just pour everything into the sauce and let it come to a little bubble. And then, cook it together for about 5 minutes, and then that part of it's done, and then we'll do the rice. I have a lemon, and we're gonna put the juice of the whole lemon. I don't see any seeds, so I'm just gonna go ahead and squeeze. Okay, next is 100% pure grape juice. My mom used to make them with prune juice, but if I bought prune juice, I would use a half a cup and then it would sit here and get wasted because nobody's gonna drink it. No thanks, not my favorite. So I go for grape and it actually tastes the same. So half a cup of grape juice and 3 tablespoons of grape jelly. This is organic grape jelly from my favorite store, Target. And I know it sounds like a weird mixture, but they're really, really good. So you gotta trust me. Okay, and last of all, a teaspoon of salt. Okay, so we're gonna let these simmer and let the flavors get merry together and joyful and for about 5 minutes, and then we'll serve them over the rice. So we're gonna do the rice next, okay? These are pretty much done. Okay, now for the yellow rice. I like to make my own yellow rice because it tastes better and it is healthier. I made my own yellow rice in the chicken taco video, actually. You can definitely use store-bought yellow rice, it's up to you. So we are gonna do a cup and a half of rice. This is jasmine rice. Okay, and I always double my liquid to rice, so I've got 3 cups of water going in. You could use chicken broth for more flavor, but I do like the veggie bouillon cubes, super cheap. You get like 8 in here and they're loaded with flavor, so I like to use those. So 1 bouillon cube, about a teaspoon of olive oil, a teaspoon of salt, and for that magnificent yellow color, half a teaspoon of turmeric. Okay, so mix away, and I'm actually going to put this on the stove behind me. I wish my kitchen was laid out differently so my stove was actually facing the camera, but I don't feel like getting that cooktop out. So I'm just going to go ahead and get this going on the stove. Bring it to a boil. As soon as it boils, turn it down to low. Make sure it retains a light boil and cook it for about 15 minutes until all of the liquid is absorbed. And then we will serve the meatballs over it, and that's it. This is just simple, simple, simple stuff, right? Simple, tasty, healthy, delicious. Okay, keep stirring that rice to break up that bouillon cube before it comes to a boil. So as you can see, this is a super simple meal to prepare, and it's kid friendly, it's adult friendly. I'm gonna go ahead and scoop some. That's some steamy hot rice going. Looks good, smells good. And if you're a bigger family, you can obviously double the recipe, which I used to do when all the kids lived home, but now I'm just down to 3 young girls and my 20-year-old vegan son who won't eat this, so this is enough for us. Well, can you see that? It looks really, really yum. I hope you'll try it. Not taking a bite, it's too hot. Thanks for watching this video, and make sure you subscribe and share with friends, and have a wonderful day.